This is the Paragon Sentinel SmartTouch Controller, and we're going to power this kiln on for the first time. And it says a true Bartlett pair because this controller is made by Bartlett Industries. As you can see, it's a touchscreen controller. It's very well laid out and super easy to use. We've got 4 main buttons on this side. The start button, this button right here is going to either say edit or view, depending on which mode we're in, load and menu. And then here has the status of the kiln. This big blue bar tells you which program you're running. And then you have the interior ambient temperature, which segment you're in right now, the firing time, and the set point. That's all in this information box. And then this little information button right here is just telling me that I don't have my Wi-Fi connected yet. But I'll do that so that I have my, I'll be able to monitor the kiln remotely. To load a program, you just hit the load button. And this kiln right now has either glass programs or custom programs because this is a glass kiln. If this was a heat treating kiln, it would have heat treating options in this menu. If it was a ceramic kiln, it would have bisque and glaze options on this menu. But since this is just a glass kiln, we have the glass programs and the custom programs. So if I touch the glass, you can see that I have a slump, a tack fuse, a full fuse, and if I scroll down, a cast program. And if I choose the full fuse, I'm going to click OK, and now it says glass full fuse COE 96 medium. The COE is 96 as it's set right now, and the speed is a medium speed. If I want to change any of that, I'll just touch the edit button, and then if I wanted to change the COE, I would just touch that part of the screen, and I could change it to 90 or 82. I use 96 glass, so I'm going to leave it there. If I wanted to change the speed, I would touch the speed box, and I can do a fast firing, a medium firing, or a medium slow firing, or a slow firing. And you can see that I use this bar on the side to scroll up and down on the screen. And then the top temperature, 1470. I could change that if I wanted to customize this program. So that's how the preloaded programs work. And then if I wanted to go to a custom program, I've got 1 through 30 blank programs that I can program my own ramp hold programs in. And again, it's really easy to do that. I load that program, then I touch the edit button, and it has 5 boxes. This is the segment number, this is the ramp speed, this is your target temperature, that's your hold temperature, and this last box is for a fan if you have a fan connected to the kiln. This particular kiln does not, so that box is not operational. So if I wanted to program in a really simple slump fuse program, I'm not going to want to go as fast as possible. For the first segment, I'm going to go 200 degrees an hour. I'll save that. I'm going to go to 200 degrees, and I'm going to hold for 10 minutes. And now I want to add a segment. So now I have 2 segments. So in my second segment, I'm going to go 300 degrees an hour. And I'm going to go up to 1,000 degrees. And again, I'm going to hold for 10 minutes. Then I'm going to click number 2, and I'm going to add a segment. Now I have 3. So in my next segment, I'm going to go really slowly. And I'm going to go to 1250. And that's my bubble squeeze segment. And I'm going to hold there for 30 minutes. So now I've got my bubble squeeze out of the way. I want to add another segment. So in my 4th segment, I'm going to go up to my top temperature With slump, I don't want to go too fast, so we're going to go 200 degrees an hour. And we're going to go to 1325. And I'm going to hold that for 5 minutes. Now, I'm out of room. I'm really not out of room. So I touch number 4. I add another segment. And actually, that didn't do what I wanted it to do. So I'm going to change this one. All right, I should have enough segments to get my work done. Oh, go back. All right, so my third segment is my bubble squeeze. I'm going to change segment number 4 and make the segment 4 parameters what is in segment 5 right now. So we'll see how easy this is to do. I'm going to go to 1325. I'm going to hold for 5 minutes. And now I've got my slump done. I want to go back. I want to get to my annealing temperature as fast as possible. So that's my next segment. So I'm going to program in 99.99. And I'm going to go down to 950 because I use COE 96 glass. This is a fairly small piece, so I only need to anneal for an hour. So my segment 5, as fast as possible to my annealing temperature, hold for an hour. And then segment 6, I'm going to go pretty slow down to 700 degrees. And I'm going to hold there for 10 minutes. And then segment 7, I'm going to go down, let's say 200 degrees an hour. Down to 200 degrees. And I'm going to hold for 5 minutes. And then that will be the end of the program. It'll shut off. And I'll let the kiln cool until it gets to room temperature. I'll open it up. I'll leave the pieces in there for another hour just so that they can acclimatize and the slumping mold can get back down to room temperature, and then I'll take them out of the kiln. So now we have that program loaded, and if I want to start it, I just hit start now, and now it's checking all the circuits to make sure that they're all working. And now it's firing. And you see my ambient temperature inside the kiln is 68 right now. It's going to start rising pretty quickly. And this is the firing time. This is my set point. That's my first set point of many. So in my first segment, I was taking it 200 degrees an hour up to 200 degrees. And so it's going to take me about 30 minutes to get up to 200 degrees. All right, I'm going to stop this for right now because I have nothing in the kiln. But that's how easy it is to program something in this kiln. Any of the Sentinel touchscreen controllers are going to be just like this. The only difference between the Sentinel SmartTouch, which is what we have here, and the Sentinel TouchExpress is that the TouchExpress screen is just a tiny bit smaller than this one, but they're really the same controller.